Good morning, students. As we all know now, what is the meaning of account? What is the shape of account? In which book we prepare accounts? The book in which we prepare accounts are ledger. And this account is usually in the form of T shape, having two sides, debit and credit. As now we are clear with all the rules of debit and credit as per the traditional classification and modern classification. We know when an asset is increased, it is debited. When any asset is decreased, it is credited. For example, I have taken here an example of cash account. We all know that cash is an asset. So whenever the asset cash will be increased, it will be shown on debit side as per the rule. Whenever this cash is reduced, it will be shown under the credit side. For example, we have cash in our hand. We have cash, so it is a balance. It is a positive sign, so increase in cash by 10,000. We made sales. When we'll make sales, then we'll receive cash in return of sales. So when we'll get cash, it will increase our balance of cash. So cash sales will be posted to debit side. We are selling fixed asset. Let's say machinery. हमने अपने बिजनेस में मशीनरी बेची for 2000. मशीन बेचेंगे तो कैश आएगा. So it will increase the balance of cash. It will be shown under debit side. Then we make purchases in the business. So हमने परचेज किए गुड्स फॉर 5000, तो 5000 कैश चला जाएगा. कैश चला जाएगा मीन्स इट इज़ गोइंग टू डिक्रीज द बैलेंस ऑफ कैश. If it is going to decrease the balance, so this purchase will be shown on credit side. Next, payment to creditors, to our suppliers, we make payment. So when we made the payment for rupees 2000, it will also reduce the cash. It will be shown under credit side. So this is an account. Now, the next topic is balancing an account. Students, at the end of any period, say a day, a month or a year, it is necessary to know the balance in each account. Balance of an account is the difference between the total of two sides, and the difference between two sides is called as balance. If the total of debit side is greater than the total of credit side, then the account is said to have debit balance. And if the credit side is bigger than the debit side, then the account is said to have credit balance. For example, students, this we prepared cash account. The total of debit side was 10 plus 5 plus 2, that is 17,000. The total of credit side was 5,000 plus 2,000, that is 7,000. So credit side is shorter and the bigger side is debit side. So we need to match the total of these two sides in order to calculate the balance. We'll write the total of the bigger side on both the sides. The total is 17,000. It will be shown as 17,000 on credit side as well. So in order to make it 17,000, 10,000 will be shown as the closing balance. Or we can say, if we deduct the shorter side from the bigger side, 17,000 minus 7,000, that is 10,000. So this 10,000 is called as closing balance. Now the bigger side is debit side. This closing balance no doubt is appearing on credit side, but this is the debit balance. Now, what is the process of balancing any account? Practically I have shown you the process. Now, what is the process? First, total both the sides of an account. For example, debit side here was 17 and the total of credit side was 7. We did the total. Then, calculate the difference of totals of the two sides. The difference was 17,000 minus 7,000. The difference was 10,000. This difference is called as balance. Now, enter the difference in the side whose total is less. Here the total is less was on credit side. So the difference will be shown on the credit side to match the both sides of the account. Now, after this, students, I am going to take up illustration number 7th of your book. Now, you need to prepare various accounts in these illustrations. So, illustration 7th says, open a T-shaped account for furniture and write the following transactions on the proper side. So, you will make the pro forma furniture account with the heading debit side, credit side. Debit will always appear on the left hand side, credit on right hand side. Now students, furniture is an asset. Whenever an asset is increased, the rule says whether you take it traditional rule or modern rule, the rule will be the same. Whenever the asset is increased, it will be debited. Whenever any asset is decreased, it will be credited. So, on debit side I have written increase, for credit I have written decrease. First point is furniture purchased. Whenever any business will purchase furniture, it will increase. So, this increase will be shown on the debit side. Cash, furniture purchased. Cash is going out of our business because we are buying the furniture. So, 50,000. Furniture sold. When furniture is sold, it is getting reduced. Reduced means decrease. It will be shown on the credit side. We are receiving cash for the furniture sold, 10,000. Then again we have purchased furniture for 15,000. It will increase the balance of furniture. So, furniture purchased will come on the debit side, 15,000. Old furniture is discarded. Discarded means it is no longer to be in use for the business. So, discarded, sold off. So, when it is discarded, it will be reduced. It will reduce our furniture. It will be shown on the credit side with rupees 5,000. Depreciation on furniture is the loss in the value of asset. That is loss in the value of furniture here. So, with the loss, our furniture will get reduced, decreased. So, it will also be shown on the credit side as depreciation on furniture. Now, we'll total both the sides. The total of debit side is 65,000 and total of credit side is 18,000. 10 plus 5 plus 3. Now, the difference between the two sides is 65 minus 18 is 47,000. This difference will be shown on the side which is having the less amount of total. That is, debit was having more amount, 65,000. Credit was having 18,000. So, now the difference of 47,000 will be posted to credit side of the account. This is called as balance in furniture account. And this balance will be called as debit balance because debit is more than credit side. Now, students, I am going to take up question number 13 of the back exercise. This question says, from the following particulars, prepare the proprietor's capital account. First point is started business with 45,000 rupees. So, started means introduction of cash into the business. That is introduction of capital into the business. So, proprietor's capital will increase. Now, students, the rule for capital says increase will be credited. So, increase will be shown on the credit side. And the rule for capital account says the decrease will be debited. So, whenever there is decrease in capital, it will be shown on debit side. तो नाउ यू विल जस्ट सी क्या कैपिटल बढ़ रही है क्या कम हो रही है. अगर कैपिटल बढ़ रही है, बिजनेस में कैपिटल लगाएंगे तो कैपिटल बढ़ेगी, वो आ जाएगी क्रेडिट साइड पे. बिजनेसमैन कैपिटल विड्रॉ कर रहा है, ड्रॉइंग्स कर रहा है, तो कैपिटल कम होगी, वो आ जाएगी डेबिट साइड पे. सो नाउ फॉर प्रिपेयरिंग कैपिटल अकाउंट विल मेक द प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट, डेट, particulars, journal folio, amount rupees for debit side, Similar for the credit side. Now the first point is started business with 45,000. So cash is coming into the business in the form of capital. Capital is increasing, so it will be shown on the credit side with the particulars by cash. Students, we will always show all the transactions on credit side with the word by and on debit side with the word to. Now, so capital is increasing. This will be shown on the credit side. Next, we drew from business for personal use, means it is drawings for 10,000. Students, drawings will reduce the capital. So if it is reduced, it will be shown on the debit side to drawings 10,000. Next, further capital introduced. The owner is bringing in more capital for rupees 55,000. So capital is again increased. So we know increase will be shown on the credit side by additional capital 55,000. Next, is income tax paid? Income tax is income tax is the tax paid on the income of owner. So this will also be called as drawings of the owner. So these drawings will reduce the capital. If they will reduce the capital, it will be shown on the debit side with the heading two drawings, bracket mein you can write income tax 5,000. Next, we have profit for the year. We all know that profit increases the capital. If the profits increase the capital, this increase will be shown on the credit side of capital account. So by profit 30,000. Now the question is complete. The transactions are over. We'll total both the sides. The total of debit side is 15,000 and total of credit side is 1,30,000. So this credit side is bigger than the debit side. So we'll find out the difference. The difference is 1,15,000. This will be shown on debit side to match both the sides of the account. This will be shown as to balance carried down. This is carried down because we will brought down this balance to the next period. That is by balance brought down. Students, carried down का balance हमेशा opposite side पे brought down होगा. For example, here carried down is on debit side, so it will be posted on the credit side in the next period with the heading with the particulars by balance brought down with the balance. That is the reason we always say that the balance shown on debit side means it is having credit balance. Ultimately ये जो बैलेंस कैपिटल का आया, जो डिफरेंस था वो डेबिट साइड, लेकिन वो अल्टीमेटली गया किधर? क्रेडिट साइड. क्यों? क्योंकि क्रेडिट साइड ज़्यादा है. अगर क्रेडिट साइड ज़्यादा है मीन्स वो बैलेंस किसका है? क्रेडिट बैलेंस है. सो इट विल बी शोन ऑन द क्रेडिट साइड एज ब्रॉट डाउन बैलेंस. थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स.